Ooh, what's up, everybody? It's your boy Dan in the building. We'll let that be known. We have a hot one off the press, man. I'm pretty sure everybody has heard the news, but the Cowboys have a new defensive coordinator, man, by the way of Christian Parker, man. We're here to talk about it. Man. Very unexpected hire, but I am excited about it, man. So without further ado, here's my co-host.
Hey, what's going on, fam? This your boy John. And y'all make sure y'all grab yourself something to drink, sit back, relax, and let it be known. Sports. What's going on, bro?
Nothing much, man. Sitting there analyzing and man, kind of in shock, man. This is very, very different, man, from the way the Cowboys have done things in the past. I think that's what caught most people off guard. And there was speculation that Shotty had a lot of more control this year. This pickup here shows you that Shotty has a lot of more control than we thought he had. This isn't a Jerry Jones hire. Jerry Jones, his track record shows this isn't the type of personnel that he likes to bring in for multiple reasons. But for one reason, obviously, Jerry Jones likes to hire former head coaches. That's always been a thing of his. He likes to hire coordinators that are former head coaches, especially defensive coordinators that are former head coaches. He doesn't like the hot new thing. He doesn't go for that. The hot thing on the scene. That's not what Jerry Jones go for. He goes for the old veteran coach, that probably got fired from his team. He picks him up as a DC. That's kind of how Jerry Jones have done things. And so this here was a very shocking hire. Also, Jerry Jones don't like young coaches. So, especially not this young. You're talking about somebody in their mid-30s. This one here was a shocker. And not a shocker because we didn't think that Christian Parker was a good candidate. A shocker because of the way that Jerry has particularly hired in the past. This didn't line up. So we knew that this had to be a Schottenheimer hire. And so but with all that being said, man, I'm excited. We're gonna get into who Christian Parker is a little bit, kind of his history, kind of the systems he's kind of played out of and kind of called out of, and some of the players he have developed throughout his time and throughout his tenure with the Eagles and with Denver. So we're gonna dive into it, man. But we'll let John start out, man. John, what you think about the hire, man?
This is definitely one that I was not expecting by no means. Anybody that's been a Cowboy fan for quite a while knows that this is definitely outside of our wheelhouse. For us, the front office, as Dan said, man, they always hire old farts. Is what I told Dan the other day. It's older guys that's had head coaching experience. That's been circling around the mill for many years, decades. Those typically are the guys that Jerry and Steven. Well, I'll put it on Jerry because I don't know for Steven because we have more of a history with Jerry. He hires those types, and so to see this hire here, it really showed that what they said that Shotty would be the one to hire the DC. This is a Shotty's hire because it goes completely opposite of what was done in the past.
Facts.
We got somebody that's young, someone that's innovative, someone's black. Because I don't think we ever had a black DC in the history of the Cowboys.
We never had a black We never had a black coordinator. I don't think.
That's what I'm saying. I don't think so.
Or
That
black
might be
head coach for
history
that
in
matter.
that regard.
They broke history.
They broke history there.
Y'all know Jerry Jones, man. He's not too fond of black coaches, man. I'm just gonna
Coaches.
put it out there.
Yeah, so I think that's history in itself that I don't think nobody's talking about. I think shout out to Taj, man. He in there early, man. Young and
Todd,
black.
shout out to Young and Black. Yeah,
Black.
someone, man. Hey,
Shout out to you, Brian.
what's up, Brian?
Lonely Sea.
What's up?
Yeah, but yeah, man, this is definitely outside their warehouse, man. So it looks like they actually made a change. Now it's going to be interesting to see how they're going to do in the draft and in the free agency, but this is a big step, man, that I did not see coming.
Culture change for sure.
Yeah, so
this shake up some things for sure. You hired your first black coordinator of your franchise history. Then on top of that, he's young, he's innovative, he's what quote unquote what some would say wet behind the ears when it comes to being a coordinator. But it's in the direction of what everybody else is doing. Everybody is going to get these young guys, these young innovative guys who are either passing coordinators or some of that sorts, and they becoming defensive coordinators. And they are the fresh thing, man, and that's the direction you need to go. And that's why I like the Shoddy hire. Like, man, let's do something fresh. Like, let's not go get no old dinosaur in here, and he's running this old system, old scheme, or he's too prideful or has too much of an ego to change when something isn't working. Like, so I hate that, but I'm glad for this hire. Now, one thing that doesn't change is we're still going to attack the defensive side of the ball when it comes to free agency and draft. Now, what changes is how we draft now. Because now you draft what's best and what's left on the board, but we also know we have to draft according to the scheme now.
yeah, so yeah, I think it's going to be interesting to see what type of scheme he runs. I know it's going to be a branch from Vic Fangio's system, so it's going to be a little bit of that.
Well, when we get into that, because when you look at Vic Fangio's scheme, they run a two high safety shell.
They run a shell.
But what's so good about that is the Eagles were top 5 in safety rotations, which means they was top 5 in disguising their coverage. So they would show you the two high safety shell, but they would often rotate into a cover 3 or a cover 1 or whatever it may be,
quarters
or whatever. But they would often show you the same look every play, and they would often rotate off of that look. And so they'll come out and they might show you the same look, and it might look like cover 2. And they'll show you that, and they'll just do so much stuff off of that look. And so, and also he was the passing coordinator for the Eagles. The Eagles only gave up 14 passing TDs last year. They ranked number 1. That's crazy. You only gave up 14. And you think about the Dallas Cowboys defense last year.
We gave up that up in the game.
The Cowboys defense gave up the most. And another thing I like about the system that he come from, when they ran zone, they often ran a match zone. So if they ran a cover 3, it was a cover 3 match. And so I like that. I like not just playing space. You playing the guy in the space. So if it's a guy in my space, that's my man. And so I like that. He's very detailed. Some of the guys he developed, like Patrick Surtain, Quinyon Mitchell, Cooper DeJean, just to name some of the guys he has he has done, and also did it with a lot of guys, not with a lot of talent. Like when you look at the Eagles defense, it's not a ton of talent on the back end. They're just so freaking sound. Like you got Quinyon Mitchell as the outside corner. The other outside corner is Doodoo, right? Right? He's what some would say food, right? That's who they want to attack. But you're able to be such a good defense, even with not the best talent on the back end. And that's what we're looking for in the Cowboys. Like, man, yeah, we might not have a ton of talent, but god dang, we cannot be this bad. Like, we can't be this bad. So that's one I wanted to get into, man. A little bit of him and also
Yeah. And so before we move on, so I know you touched on his time with Philly. So even his time with Denver,
yep.
2 out of the 3 years there, it was a top 10 defense. The first year there was third, and then next year was seventh. So it's still within the top 10 defense.
And
So
also I like he has no ties to the NFL. Right? He doesn't have family in the NFL, things of that nature. So his whole route to the NFL has been nothing but hard work and on his own merit. He got started, man, at a HBCU, Virginia State, and he a little bit at Norfolk State, and also, he had time at Green Bay, he had time at
yeah.
Denver,
Mm-hmm.
and at Philly. So Todd say from everything he's heard, they're saying that the dude is very intelligent and has a great way of explaining things to players. I've heard the same thing, Todd. That's kind of what Shotty was looking for. A guy who knows what he's doing, but also can explain to guys what needs to be done and how, and he knows how to explain. I heard that's why what's his name? Vic Fangio kept him around, because from what I
he
heard,
brought him from Denver.
Vic Fangio is a guy that's disliked. Players don't really like him. I heard, for quote unquote purposes, he could be a dick, but he brings on guys like Christian Parker, who players like, right? And they like him because of the way he can communicate with players. He can relate with players, right? So he's able to get the best out of them.
Right.
So it'll be good amount of cover 8 mixed in with some exotic looks.
Yeah.
They do a lot of different things, man. They do a lot of different things, man.
Yeah, that shell, man.
They give you some 3-4 looks out of that too.
I was just about to say that. Yeah, they give you some 3-4 looks out of that, because it was some stuff last year where you had some people standing up, their ears standing up.
They give you some lot of different looks out of that shell, and so it's exciting, man. They have core principles, but man, they do a lot of things.
But you know what this means for your boy Dono, man. He out of there. You can't play like that in that 2 shell like that. He gonna be gone, bro.
I mean, if Dallas get lucky and get Caleb Downs, he going anyway. He going anyway. You get an all-star like that, yeah, he going anyway.
Yeah, he can go move around for real.
But we'll see what Dallas does in the free agency market. Based on what they draft. Do they use both of the draft picks? Do they use one, trade one? So we'll see what happens. Also, I think Shotty wanted to pick a guy that fits his temperament. I don't think him and Eberflus really coincide with each other. They don't have the same temperament. You got Shotty, that's the guy that's fired up. Mm-hmm. Some would say that's a player's coach. He's something to say that can relate to the players. He can communicate with the players. You can see how well he communicate with CD, with George Pickens, even when he disciplined him. How well they took it. It's like, hey, like CD said, man, we messed up. It is what it is. Mm-hmm. He laid the law down. He's showing his power.
Gotta respect it.
So you want a coach like that, hey, it's respect all the way around. Even when I get on you, it's still respect. Players want to play for you. And so I think that's what Christian Parker brought in. I got a little nervous when they started saying Gannon was leading the race. I said,
Yeah, man. I got a little
oh man,
nervous too.
it's Jerry Jones. It's Jerry Jones.
Yeah,
It's got to be.
and if it was in Jerry's hands, it would have been Gannon.
Everybody started saying Gannon took the lead as looking like he the number one candidate for the defensive coordinator job. I said, "Oh, Jerry, you lied to us again, Jerry." And I fell for it. I thought you was gonna do things differently. If Gannon was hired, that would have been a straight up Jerry Jones pick.
Yeah. And what's the guy from Denver now? We talked about
Jim
him,
Leonard.
Jim Leonard. Now he was one of the favorites, but due to them, they still in the race right now, the
Yeah,
playoff
and
race. So
Shotty was very meticulous about wanting to get things in and get things structured.
right.
About how they're going to do things. Like Dallas have a big personnel issue. Like who are they going to keep?
Yeah. And from the looks of it, White Cotton may be out of here for a DC job.
For the Titans.
For the Titans. So
and I think one of the person they looking at is Marcus Dixon from the Vikings.
From the Vikings.
For the D-line coach.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll see who the staff. That's what I'm really interested in. Who his staff is going to be, and how much say so would he have in picking his staff, and how much relationships do he have with other coaches? Mm-hmm. He's so young, so that's a lot that goes into that. Would Shotty help him out with some of that? Would they,
Yeah, I'm sure Shotty would. Cause Shotty's been coaching for quite a while. Yeah, so I'm sure Shotty has some connections, some ideas of who would fit, with who he is and what type of scheme he's wanting to run, things of that nature. So
I'm fine with it as long as Jerry's the other way.
Facts. And Todd said, "Cut everyone on defense except for the DTs." It is difficult to say who needs to stay.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Honestly, like no cap, it should be no more than 6 to 7 people that stay on the defense. Like no cap.
Yeah, everybody else can move around.
The max should be 6 or 7. Everybody else is expendable. You can do away with them because it's easy to replace them.
No, that's a fact, man. But I am interested to see what he's gonna do with the young corners, Carson and what's the one with the Rebel, to see what he can do with them. Especially Rebel, I don't think he got a fair shake.
So I would ask you this: if the Cowboys draft a cornerback, 7 is being generous. This is my 7. You have Quentin Williams, Odigizua, Kenny Clark. I would bring back Clowney, Overshown, Azaraku. Who else that I had? And probably Bland. That was just like my solid 7 that I would bring back. Right? That was my 7 there. Everybody else was kind of expendable, and not including the rookies. Right? The rookies are rookies. But those are the guys that I had. But I was asking, if Dallas dropped a cornerback, do you think they trade DeRon Bland?
If they draft another corner?
Yeah. Say for instance they draft a corner from LSU. With the number 12 pick. Do you think they trade Bland?
That's tough because Rebel's still kind of unproven at this point, of course, and then I don't think Carson is quote unquote proven at this point as well.
I mean, my thing is we don't know who guys are. Coming out that
exactly
system.
Right. You don't know.
I don't know what guys are.
So it's kind of tough.
But my thing is, if you're trying to save money and really trying to bolster up this.
But how big is that hit though if they cut him?
I didn't say cut him. I said trade him.
Trade him. But I mean, his trade value is so low right now, man.
Man, we need some third round picks.
So I mean, it kind of depends on how much we get back for what we can get for him. Um, yeah, like I said, his trade value is kind of down the whole year. I mean, it's that's kind of tough to say, man. Um, Tara said that Brian Brother said that a corner would be picked in the first round.
I can see that for sure. You know, they're looking to either it's going to be a corner, and it's going to either be a corner linebacker or corner safety,
Mm-hmm.
or it could potentially be a knee end. You know, depending on what's left on the board. But if Caleb Downs is on the board, he will be gone.
Hey man, take him. At that point, at that point, it becomes best player available.
And if he's a safety, if he's there, you're going to take him, and then you will probably pick a corner with your next pick. So it just depends. But if Caleb Downs is projected to be gone already, then you're probably going to pick the corner from LSU.
Mm-hmm.
And then with your 20th pick is going to be who's left on the board. If Sonny Styles is still there, you pick Sonny Styles. If not, you're going to pick a defensive end. This draft is loaded with defensive ends.
No, it is, man. It just like we got so many holes on the defensive side, so every bit of help, every bit will help. So, um, Taj cutting up early, man.
He says he in sound playing touch button jail. Can't trust him. No, Sam Williams gone, man.
Yeah, I think he a free agent. Is he restricted or unrestricted?
It don't matter. If he unrestricted, or if he restricted, unrestrict him. Let the brother get on with his life. Don't hold that brother back. Let him get on with his life, man.
Okay, side note, before I don't want us to get off track, but just side note. You know the Packers cut Diggs, right?
Man, everybody seen that coming. We knew that. We knew they were gonna cut him when they played on one play in the playoffs. We knew they were gonna cut him. He played one snap. He played one snap in the playoffs. Got his tail ran over and didn't play no more.
Hey, don't go. Come on back over here, bro. You ain't ready.
We knew then. He gonna cut him. He ain't gonna be here. We knew he was gonna get cut. Now he talking about he looking for a new home. You should have thought about this, you idiot.
Idiot. You had a home, but you want to cut up.
All you had to do is just chill out. Like everybody else. Everybody else was frustrated with the situation.
Mm-hmm.
Chill out. We knew a new defensive coordinator was coming. Chill.
Yeah.
You want to go party. You want to be on the stage with rappers. You want to be lying, talking about you got hit in the head with a TV mount. Whatever happened.
Got them paws put on them at home.
You went out, man, and end up getting beat up by your girlfriend. Come in all lumped up, talking about you got a concussion.
He send it back out that door. Hey man, my card ain't working. Yeah, man, go home.
Yeah, you got hit by a TV, all right. She pushed the TV down. That's what happened. She hit him with a TV. I know what happened.
What she do, like Respucia did Norbert, push that speaker over on?
That's all she did. Push that TV on the joker. He talking about he fell. He fell because he was trying to mount a TV. TV podcast. Oh, man, I think Diaz got beside himself. We already knew he was already in his feelings when his butt buddy left for Green Bay. When Parsons left for Green Bay, Diaz was walking around. Diaz was walking around like a lost puppy, man.
Moping and everything else, for sure. All right, man. Now we do got some clips, man, for Christian. I'm gonna call him CP, man. I ain't for say a whole name like that. I'm gonna call him Coach CP.
If he good, we'll call you Parker.
We'll call you Parker. But you got get to that point. But we got a couple of clips, man. Just kind of just kind of just show his mindset, what kind of guy he is from from the little bit that we do have, but it just kind of give us a little insight there. I think we got like 2 clips. Let's see if I can.
Same as often as possible. The old thing was looking at the safeties. You want to read the weak safety. Is he lower than the other one? That means it's probably some type of cover 3 rotation. Are they deeper, cover 2? But now, because everybody's standing at 2 high shell, you look at the linebackers and the nickel. So my nickel, I can't be inside leverage one play, outside leverage another. Like I want to be zeroed up and then I want to step to my leverage post snap. So we want to keep the same picture from a secondary standpoint. And then everything you're doing with the front, from blitzes and stunts and everything, you want to just try to find out what the offensive lineman's rules are so you can kind of create what you want. So whether it's overloading one side to create a one-on-one somewhere else, you know what offensive lineman struggles with stunt games, and you're going to try to get that on him and isolate somebody else, whatever it is. So you leave the quarterback out of it in some of those aspects, you can affect other people on the field. Because a lot of teams, the offensive linemen are the ones who control the protection. So you want to do what you can to influence them. And then from our standpoint on the back end, it's just looking the same as much as we can to try to, talk them into doing some things that they don't want to do.
I like that.
That sounds like a smart coach to me that actually analyze the game. That analyze this is things we can do to try to confuse the offense, to confuse the quarterback. We want to try to keep our look the same,
no matter what we're doing
pre-snap, and then post-snap. Then we get it to where we want to actually be in.
Like he said, we're rotating. We don't want one safety higher than the other. Then that gives a tail.
Right.
They generally know that either that safety's coming down in the box. Or they finna transition to maybe a cover 1, a cover 3, something like that. Also, I like when he said on the defensive line, understanding what the offensive line does well, what they don't do well. Do they handle stunts well? If they don't handle stunts, hey, what do you think we're running? If we want to isolate a guy, let's overload the side. Right? And then another key detail that people really don't realize, if the quarterback doesn't make adjustments at the line of scrimmage and they do all the adjustments throughout the offensive line, don't worry about the quarterback. Stop worrying about the quarterback. If he doesn't make calls at the line, he's a non-factor. He's just running what's called to him.
Exactly.
He's not for the shift the line. He's not for the audible play. That's normally done with the center. He's normally going to shift the line. So don't worry about the quarterback. Only worry about the quarterback if he gets in the line and he changes stuff. There's very few quarterbacks in the league who does that.
Facts.
Dak being one.
That's a fact.
It's very few quarterbacks in the league who make changes at the line.
No, that's a fact, man. Todd said, he's so right. It's like 85% of the league that has the line called the protections pre-snap.
Facts.
Yeah.
Eagles being one of them.
Mm-hmm. He said Hurts, Purdy. That is a fact. They don't call their own protections and audibles. They run with what's called. That is a fact. For sure, man. Now we do have another clip here. Let's see what this one is.
This is too vague of a question, but the job you've done this year is very impressive. As a defensive backs coach, what's your philosophy on what you think makes a great
Let me know if you want to pause.
What do you think are the key parts of your job?
Well, number one, I think it's about everybody being on the same page and being connected. I think it's talking less to the coaching staff. So me, Roy, and Joe being on the same page with Vic, being an extension of him and how we see things. I think it's important to be demanding of those guys on the little details. Everybody's talented, but what are the little things that you're willing to do do to separate yourself from everybody else? How are you willing to cause other people to make plays? So whether that's, Reed being the trick safety and catching a 3-over so Chauncey can play with outside leverage and capture a sail route, or Cooper, rerouting a player so it takes the speed off of somebody else to make the corner's job easier, or whatever it is. Just understanding how we're connected on the back end, and then when it's your time to put that hard hat on and when you're one-on-one, then you own that too. What
have you learned from Nick Sirianni this year?
I think the main thing with Nick, man, is just you lock in and you're laser focused on the little things and how they become big. And so being the tough detail together, those things. He always talks about it. Football hasn't changed. So how you tackle, how you get up blocks, how you catch the ball, how you disrupt the ball, how you're situationally aware, those things will never change. And his awareness for how to prepare a team from a mental perspective is at an extremely high level. He's always challenging us as coaches. He's challenging himself. He's accountable to himself first. And I think when you have a leader who's accountable to himself first, willing to admit when he makes mistakes, willing to have a wide lens on what everybody needs and allow you to do your job at a high level, but he's very clear in terms of his expectations of what he expects you to do, your group to do, and individual players to do, and explicitly state that. I think that's a sign of a really good head coach, and he does a really good job of that.
So being around a guy like Vic Fangio, obviously you're a younger coach. He's a bit of an older coach. What's that experience been like, and what do you think you've learned from him that you feel will help you the rest of your coaching career?
Yeah, so obviously my second year with Vic, he hired me in 2021 in Denver. I think the one thing with Vic is just he's consistent as they come. So every day I know I can walk by his office on Monday morning, I know what he's doing. Monday afternoon, I know what he's doing. Tuesday morning, I know what he's doing. He's very consistent in what he does. He has a process. He sticks to it. He challenges us as coaches. He challenges players in his own way. And I think he's phenomenal. There's not a better defensive mind or a game day play caller than him. I've learned so much from him, and I continue to do so.
He's very detailed, very meticulous.
Like he said, let's focus on the details, not just the overall thing that we're doing. Let's focus on the details in what we're doing. If we can focus on those details, those little things, we can prevent a lot of big things happening. Because what happens is, what forms a lot of the big things or big issues is a lot of the little things grow to be big issues.
Mm-hmm.
He's a very intelligent individual. Yeah, Taji is. So we can stop some of those small things from growing to be bigger issues. I think we can be a lot better than we were last year. And what I like about this is he's a guy that I can see being around us for the next at least 2 to 3 years. And we've been wanting a guy who can kind of lay down a foundation and help develop young guys and really teach the defensive side of the ball. And so I'm excited about it, man. And we can't do nothing but go up from here because we were dead last in defense. So, buddy, his ceiling ain't got to be that high right now.
We were 32nd ranked defense, so.
But I heard a defensive Bronco. I heard a Bronco fan say that he can see Dallas defense jumping to be a middle pack defense around 15 to 18 just in 1 year. He can see it happening because of who Christian Parker is, because how well he teaches, how well he instructs, how well he understands the game, and how well he can understand his own players. He knows his players. He knows their weaknesses and their strengths and where to put them and, situations not to put them.
Facts.
He won't put Marquise Bell in a one-on-one situation with Amon-Ra St. Brown and do it repetitively, time after time. Marquise Bell getting faded up by St. Brown. I'm like, why is he guarding him one-on-one?
One-on-one.
Evidently, they see Marquise playing the slot. Change it. They're attacking it.
Oh, nothing.
It's almost like CeeDee Lamb in the slot on a linebacker.
Cooked.
Food.
That's a fact, man. And I think when that happened last year, man, well, this year, we had been demanding, play more man, just don't just sit in a zone. And so I think it was kind of one of those spiteful things, like, well, y'all want more man? I'm gonna give y'all more man, but I'm gonna put Marquise Bell in the slot. Knowing that St. Brown moves around. So if he see that he in the slot, guess where he's gonna go?
Well,
I'm gonna go to the slot.
It was strategic because they see, like, oh man, they're man, and look who they got in the slot. Like,
slot. If anything, play in that. If you're gonna just have him in the slot like that, play quarters. Don't have him in man like that.
Or if they're gonna move around, then move your corner around with him. Hey, Bland, if you go to the slot, go to the slot.
Mm-hmm. No, man. That's it, man. I think we got one more. And this was his time in Denver.
Footwork. Making plays. You close. It's right there, man. It's right there.
Side.
Good job. Saying you good?
What you looking to see this week? Like areas of improvement on some of your guys?
Just finish strong, communication, eyes, and then just all the technical things we talked about.
Yeah.
Good.
Me too. I'm really excited to see it too.
Good, Doc. Give yourself a little, get right there. I'll move back. Yep. Because you'll probably be this position you want to be in for the go ball, and then I'm just gonna sit it down like, right. Good. There it is.
Teach him. There it is.
Might have to redirect. There it is. Good. Sit down and get it. We gotta turn those into 6 points. Good, E. First. Good. First. There it is. First. Yeah, get up. Good. Flip him. Flip and go. You gotta be patient while you're in the trenches right there. Okay, and just be ready to move lateral. But you're never in a hurry. There it is. Good. You talk to him, Ron. You got him. Because naturally, when you take that footwork, you're going to get a little more to his outside hip, right?
Hold on. Did you catch that? So the way he teaches is he empowers somebody that may already have it to teach others. So in case it's not registering with me, it may register through them.
Well, not only that, your best players or whoever you're looking to as leaders on the defense, they're able to get the defense in the right situation because they know what the heck they're doing.
Right. So he's like, hey.
Last year, you had guys asking guys on the field, like, man, what are we supposed to be doing? They looking like, I don't know. And so it's like, man, how in the world your Mike linebacker or the guys who's receiving the plays, he don't even know what the heck he's doing. And he's got a green dot.
So get back to it.
All right, so you just sit and you're patient. Once you get here, don't press. Yeah. Just feel. You feel me? Yeah. And then you're going to be able to play off of it that way. All right, let's get another one. There it is, Ron. Good. Patience early, stay in that cruise control phase, and then we got a race and we got to. All right. I just want to make sure that you know that you can come, you can talk to us, you can be honest. Coach, I ain't want to have to go to Pat and all them boys. You know what I'm saying? And you kind of give yourself a chance to kind of work on your craft this summer. Hey.
I'm sorry. That competitiveness, that was Jerry Jeudy. So he talking that noise, so it kind of right up shot his alley. Yeah, we're gonna talk, we're gonna be energetic, we're gonna trash talk a little bit. He brings that competitive edge. That little noise talk like that. I like that. That's a good sign for me as a coach, man.
Every time I look on Pat's side over there, it's been open. Just
Why didn't Russ see it?
Just let you know.
Exactly. Why didn't
If you saw it, why didn't Russ?
I'm telling you. Every time I see over there, somebody open. I'm gonna let y'all know. Y'all boys get better.
That's easy work. That's easy work. That's easy work. That's easy work. That's perfect. Good job. Good job. Where you going? Where you going? Where you going? Good job. Good job. Hey,
Who was on this side?
just you were in good position, right? If he wants to take that hard inside release, that's fine, but just give yourself enough room, like so run with me, give yourself enough room that as soon as he runs that dig, all you gotta do is slip right underneath it. If you get too tight, you're not gonna feel it. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna be feeling too much. Like we talked about in the meeting, right? Most important thing in the red zone, right? Communication, alignment, and eyes. Y'all did a great job with that this period.
What's up, True Grizzly?
Grizzly in the building. What's going on, man?
Man, right off the back, teacher. You just see it right off the back. He's coaching guys up after every rep. He's coaching them up. Hey, this is what you should have did. Hey, you can do that. But if you do that, this is what has to happen. So you can set yourself up where you can have a bit of a chance to make a play on the ball. And so I love him actually breaking things down, actually challenging his guys, you know. And so I like what I see, man. I'm excited. I like what I see.
No, man, that's definitely good to see, man. And it's the details. It's not just this is what we're running, we're gonna run that, and that's it. But it's the details, the small details, the nuances. When you get in this spot here, feel it. Don't try to run through it, feel it, and play along with it, and then make you play from there.
Well, he's giving them actual technique,
right,
to be able to play with whatever coverage they're in, you know. So he's actually giving them technique to succeed, not just going out there just lining up like our guys. Man, it's freaking 3rd and 2, and we 5 yards back.
Right.
Like, what the heck are we doing?
Yep.
Stuff like that is why you can't get off the field on 3rd downs. Because you don't play the sticks.
6.
It's 3rd and 5. You're 10 yards back.
Or even when you're playing the sticks, when they hike the ball, you back up.
You're backpedaling. They run to the sticks, turn straight around. And get the 1st down.
Because you gave them another 5-10 yards instead of playing the sticks.
Or if we're playing zone, our linebackers let them catch a 10-yard pass, and then we're up trying to find out and try to catch and tackle them. If it's a guy in front of you, bro, why are you not playing that man?
Man. Or the times when they call themselves blitzing and blitz in the wrong hole. And the running back just like, okay, I'll go where you were supposed to be.
Zero gap integrity.
All year. That is for sure, man. Now, I did want to show you this, man. This was the Eagles breakdown far as the coverages that they ran last year.
Okay.
So they ran cover 6.
They ran the heck out that cover 3.
That cover 3, yeah, man. So they ran that cover 3, 22%. Quarters 14.
No prevent. I like that.
No
bro.
prevent. Yeah. So they didn't play much bracket. Cover 1 double. They didn't play much.
Cover 0.
Cover 0. 5% roughly.
They ran a lot of cover 1.
1, yeah.
And out of a two shell look.
Well, pre-snap, it's two shell.
That's what I'm saying. They ran out of a 2 shell look.
So it's cover 3 seam. This is for the chat, man. This is what the Eagles ran last year, and they had a top defense. This is what they ran coverage wise. Now you tell me what we ran.
Number 10. That's all Dallas ran. It was unknown. We don't know what the heck we was running. Half the team in cover 3.
Oh man.
The other half in man. Some of the players out there playing quarters.
Hey man said I know.
You got everybody out there playing a different defense. Ain't nobody together.
Nah, that's a fact, man. Oh my goodness. I can't even argue that because that was pretty much it. Because it was always a busted coverage.
Yeah,
like
it
you
was
said,
it was something that
was
busted
playing
coverage.
man, Par was playing zone. Or if they was all playing zone, they were playing a different zone.
Nobody knows who got who. Now you just got a guy, he butt naked down the field for a touchdown.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody looking like, I thought you had him.
Mm-hmm. No, that's a fact, man. So
now this is just what they ran. This is not exactly what he's gonna call.
Oh, right.
He was the passing coordinator. Vic Fangio was the DC. So we'll see what his scheme is. I'm sure he's gonna take a lot from this scheme and implement some things that he likes to. And also, things are personnel based. So
facts.
What is your personnel base? What is your strengths? Things of that nature. But we do know that he likes to disguise a lot of what they're doing. And that's what we like. Don't come out and just tell the offense exactly what we're doing. So I like that. I like what I'm seeing. I like what I'm hearing. I like that we drafted. I mean, not drafted. That we hired a defensive coordinator early. I hate hiring a defensive coordinator late. It's mini camp, but we just not hiring a defensive coordinator. That's Jerry Jones type of stuff.
That's Jerry Jones type of stuff. Yep. So now get out the way. Now he can start building his routes, his coaches, and then going from there. You getting ready for the draft as well as free agency. So yeah,
and one thing I gotta say too, man. Shout out to the Atlanta Falcons, man. I feel for y'all, bro. That's a stinking hire, man. That's a jacked up hire, man. They hired Kevin Stefanski.
Oh yeah, that's right. They sure did. That's ugly.
And the Falcons had a better record than the Browns last year.
The Browns too. That man think I'm down there stink to join the watch.
And he proven that he doesn't develop young talent well. And y'all have a young QB. Why the heck would you go get him?
You better ask Baker. Baker has some choice words for him.
Man, man. Shout out to y'all, man. Yeah, I know y'all going through it. I know y'all feel it, man. That's how we felt when we had Matt Eberflus, man.
Hey.
When you watch your defense go out there every year and you know they finna give up 30.
Yeah, they need to revoke this coaching license, bro.
Matt Eberflus on them shrooms, man. That's why he wanted to go to the boot so he can eat his shrooms in peace. You know how you be trying to sneak candy out your pocket so nobody don't see and put it up to your mouth? That's what he doing to them shrooms. That's why they couldn't get the play in. What we in? Cover 2, cover 3.
Cover 2. Oh no.
Which one, coach?
Oh no.
God dang it, just run something.
Just leave me alone.
Coach, man, we lost out there, man. I'm high. Man. I thought we were winning. That ain't us with 30. No, coach.
Oh.
Hey, man.
When this happened?
God, dog. When Detroit go up like that? I thought we were kicking tail out there. That man, Matt Eberflus had to be on them shrooms, man. He had to be. He said, I can't take it no more. I got to go to the booth.
Hey, man, touched, man.
Man went up to the booth, just eating shrooms. Sleep on the play call. Coach, we waiting on the plays. Coach. We waiting on the play. Man, what the coach call? He ain't called nothing.
He ain't called nothing. He just kept saying number 20.
Hey, Oh no, man, just run something.
Just run something. Tell me what you think about this. It's been quite a few coaches that has declined interviews for the Philly
Oh, I
OC
heard that.
job.
I heard that. That's a bad look, man. For those who hadn't heard, Philly was trying to put the word out for a new OC, and I heard a lot of coaches have declined an interview for the OC job. They won't even come in and interview for the job. And one asked the question, who passes up an opportunity like that? You got Saquon, you got Devontae Smith, you got AJ Brown, Dallas Goedert, you got a good offensive line. Like, who passes up an opportunity to come do that? What makes someone pass up the opportunity to do that? Is it the quarterback? Some says the quarterback makes them limited in what the offensive coordinator can call. So that's the word out now in the streets that a lot of coaches are passing up on the job offer.
And you got to think about this as well. Coaches talk. They talk to other coaches.
You ain't got to talk about that. You can see.
No, and I know I'm saying that. And then also, if you watch the film, you can see he's clearly limited. Like, clearly limited. Like we had been saying, he's a one-read quarterback. Doesn't read defenses well. I mean, he has a okay arm, but nothing out of the ordinary. So he's going into a year 7, 8, and you're still in this state far as just mentally wise.
Well, the reason why, because they never asked a lot of him, because they always had a great running game, and he was always touted as a running quarterback. They did a lot of read option stuff for him, so it's just simple. Just, hey, we're gonna run it, and then we're gonna play action off of the run. Now that Philly run game is average, and now they need him to actually make some throws.
But why not him taking this upon himself to improve himself?
I mean, because it takes time. You're gonna have a lot of mess ups.
I mean, that's fine, but I don't know. I would just
he doesn't want to take the risk in a game of trying to go through progressions and trying to actually do things like that, because with that comes mistakes.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, but you got to think about it. The league is not going to just let you keep doing what you was doing year in, year out. They're going to adjust, and
and what you have, you're not going to always have. So they had a dominant offensive line.
Mm-hmm.
The offensive line ain't going to be dominant forever.
Nope.
The offensive line was moving people up out the way. They was moving people. You're not gonna have to. You're not gonna have it forever. It's just like when you have a top 3 defense, like the Houston Texans. They got an elite defense, but they're wasting the window of their elite defense because the offense stinks. I won't say offense stinks. CJ Stroud stinks, and they're wasting the window, thinking that they're going to always have that defense. Guys going to have to get paid. Guys going to go off and get contracts, and therefore you're going to have to restart over trying to rebuild their defense.
Right.
When you have something elite, you only got a little window to take advantage of
it. Yep. Yeah, man. So I just found that interesting, because usually, if you have an opportunity to be an OC for an NFL team, you jump on it.
You normally take it because most guys want to be a head coach. So that's the route to get to a head coach. It's become a coordinator.
Yep. Do that for a few years and things shake out well, then you can take that step. But for them to be declining it like that speaks volumes for sure. For sure.
Facts, man. one thing we'll talk about. So we know that the Patriots are going to the Super Bowl. They're going to beat the Broncos. Unless the Broncos defense play out of their mind. They're going to beat the Broncos. Bo Nix is out. Who do y'all have winning, chat, versus the Rams and the Seahawks?
Rams and Seahawks. That's gonna be a good game.
Who do y'all got? Put that in the chat. Who's gonna face the Patriots in the Super Bowl?
What time they play on Sunday? Did they play the late game or the early game?
Shoot.
Let me see here. Okay, yeah. So the Rams play the 5:30 game.
It's the late game.
So that's the late game. So that was gonna be interesting there. Also, did you hear about the Bills interviewing Phillip Rivers for their head coaching?
Boy. And I'm not saying he might be a good, head coach. That's it'll be an interesting hire because he's a recent, player. So he's coming off playing. So that's an interesting hire. I don't know. I thought they was gonna be looking at guys like maybe like Jim Leonard or guys like that. But I can kind of see them trying to get an offensive mind in there, a guy who understands offense, kind of help Josh Allen out, through a quarterback's lens. So I can kind of see it, but it is what it is.
Yeah, I think at some point he may be an NFL coach, and he may be pretty good, may be very good, but I don't think he will be right for that team. I think he needs something more of something that he can develop, but also something that it grows with him. I think maybe even like the Atlanta job, if that's the route he just really wanted to go, that may would have fit him better than I think the Bills job would have.
Atlanta them stupid. Atlanta them, no matter who you go hire, it shouldn't have been Kevin Stefanski.
That's a fact. I just want to know, like, what is their reasoning? Like, what made you think the shenanigans he was pulling last year? What made him still appealing to hire him?
Relationship. When you get into those things, it's all about. That's why you see the same coaches recycled. Like Mike McCarthy is up to get another job. Like it's relationship.
Yeah.
Right. You know what I mean? So that's why you see a lot of the same coaches recycle. And that's why it's so refreshing when you get a fresh face. It's like, man, who's buddy?
Mm-hmm.
Like Christian Parker high. That's why it's refreshing. Like he don't have no ties, really nowhere. Like,
Yeah, except for, just Vic Fangio, but outside of that, yeah. So no, man, yeah, I agree, man. They're not bright. I'm not going to say that because they're not bright. But my thing is, like, if you're going to hire somebody, you want to look at their track record, and their track record is trash. Why are you bringing this guy in? I'd rather take my chances on a young guy that's kind of up and coming, that's hungry, and see what I can get out of him. Some might hit. Like how, the Rams did with McVay. He wasn't really like that. Even Seattle coach, he's young. They took a chance on him, and look at them. Even McDaniels in Miami before the way it ended, the way it did, he came in there and turned that around.
It started off good.
Yeah,
they
so
scoring they near 70 points.
70 points.
It started off good, man. Until it wasn't.
So, Shanahan,
it really went down in Miami because of when Tua started, when he started throwing them game signs, that was the end of that run. He started going through his CTE injections. that was the end of that. So that really ain't on Mike McDaniel.
Damn, yeah.
When your quarterback is like that,
he's
he
saying
got
ghost,
rigor mortis and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, I'm just saying them type of coaches, you give them a chance and look what they done. But you got some teams, they just so stuck on going to getting these old farts.
That's Jerry Jones for you, boy.
They going to get these old farts, and then they wondering why they're in the same position that they end up in. After 2 or 3 seasons, then you firing them, and then you're looking for another head coach. And it's gonna be the same thing that happens in Atlanta.
I didn't want nobody fired. I didn't want nobody who had been fired, because we always getting coaches that's fired. I didn't want nobody been fired. Give me somebody who's coming off a successful team, whether he a pass coordinator, whether he whatever he is. DB coach. Give me something off a winning team, off a winning tree. Don't give me nobody who just been fired.
And then Atlanta go and get the worst fired person you can go get. Out of all the ones out there,
I don't think he should have been a head coach. I think he should have had to earn his way back up. I think he should have
go
to
through
be
the
a
cycle
coordinator.
again. Yep, and work your way back up.
Because he has not been successful as a head coach. Now he's had some success as a coordinator, but not as a head coach, man.
No, that's a fact, man. But yeah, that's man. That's how some of these franchises, man. Then they wonder why they never won. This is what feeds into that. The type of personnel that you're picking, the type of coaches that you're picking. These are not winning coaches. By no means. But y'all keep doing it, so you're gonna keep getting what you're getting. I'm so glad Jerry kind of, at least for this go around, he stepped back and they shot.
Well, that's the main important piece, because he's been so hands-on hiring the coaches. Like, Dallas always had talent. Talent's never been the issue. Dallas can get talent. We had a lot of talented players. It's the coaches you choose to coach up the talent.
Facts.
Like, it's you hiring Matt Eberflus. Like, yeah, we might not have been the most talented group, but the defense shouldn't have been that bad.
Yeah. No, that's a fact.
That's ridiculous, man, for you to do that. And I'm glad he took a step back. Get the heck out of the way, man. Go up there and eat your soup and drink your apple juice and stay the heck out the way. Anything football related, stay out the way, man. Just sign the checks and just grin. That's it.
Have a Coke and smile.
God, dog, stay out the way. You up here talking about you talking so much. You talking so much when you letting out secret. Yeah, I made a deal with the devil in the 90s.
Jerry, you can't say that. Oh, I can't say that.
I can't say that.
Okay.
Like, why would you get on here and say something like that, man?
Talking too much, you run out of stuff to say. Oh, man, for sure, man.
But no, man, I'm excited to see what this young guy gonna bring. I'm even more excited now to see how we draft and how the free agency goes. What they decide, how they decide to restructure this defense. Now that you got your defensive coordinator, I think that was the reason why they wanted to hire as quick as they did, because they wanted to know how they need to structure the defense. What is it going to take? Well, I'm pretty sure they asked him in the interview, like, what is it going to take for us to get our defense back on track? What would you need? What would you say that we need? And I'm pretty sure he was able to give them a detailed description of, like, man, y'all need this, and this. And it seemed, to make it seem realistic, like, we can do this. Some coaches might be like, man, we got to do a complete overhaul. Like, man. You know how long it takes to do a complete overhaul?
Well, that set you back almost a decade almost.
Like, no, we need to take some of the pieces we got and we're going to add some pieces. We need you to coach up some of the pieces we have.
Right. We can't just do a fire sale and then just wipe everybody out. Yeah. Especially as elite as this offense is, you don't want to waste that. And all we're asking is for the defense to at least just be middle of the pack.
Just be average, man.
And the offense to take care of the rest.
Be average. You know, just don't work against your offense, man.
Facts.
That's what we're asking for. That's what we're looking for. To hopefully get this offense in the playoffs. You know. We shall see what happens, man. The Giants got them a new coach. We'll see how that goes. What they're gonna run, how they're gonna scheme it. They probably was decided to use their quarterback how Lamar Jackson was used. So maybe that's what the Giants seen.
Yeah, good luck with that.
So they kind of looking at it like, well, we got the quarterback, we got Scatterboo. He's probably a great value, Derrick Henry, you know, so we can kind of use him the same way, you know.
Scatterboo got about a good 3 years in him before
he be scattered.
Yeah,
his brain gonna be scattered.
Especially the way he runs, man. I give him a good 3 years in. He's gonna be cooked.
Unless he get on that coat. On what he gonna play?
He looked like he may indulge. He may get to that point and he just indulge.
Only way Scatterboo play past 6 years, he gotta get on that coat.
Get on that dope.
That's the only way, because you're not gonna feel nothing. You can't tell me Michael Irvin's still walking as good as he did, taking them hits from Ronnie Lott. You can't tell me, man. That's cocaine.
Straight PB, baby.
If you want a long career in football, you might have to burn all your nose hairs out.
Nostrils, everything. All that gone.
Michael Irvin said in the Miami game, he had to tell people it wasn't no cocaine on the sideline. This is what Michael Irvin said. You can't get no cocaine that fast on the sideline. He was so calm on the sideline. I had never seen Mike this calm. Mike was hugging people, kissing foreheads. I mean, he was calm.
Lord.
And I said, man, this is unlike Mike.
Mike needs his fix. He right there. They right off the coast of Florida too. So
I'm glad Miami didn't win because Mike would have been in jail.
Boy.
I'm glad Miami did not win.
Can you imagine?
We would have woke up to news about Mike in jail, and I knew he was gonna streak on that field. If they had a loss, Mike was getting butt naked running that field.
The foolishness Mike would have done,
and while he running, coke falling all out his back pocket, all on the field in the student section.
Oh, you can have that. I got more. I got plenty more where that came from.
No, he be like my coat. I see Mike scooping that coat back up, put it back in his pocket. But no, man, very good game, man. Talking about Indiana, Miami, man. I want to ask you something. Do you think Mendoza is the real deal?
It depends on the system he gets in. He's one of those quarterbacks. He has to be in the right system. Now, if he gets in the right system and he develops, I think he can be a pretty good quarterback. But if he goes somewhere and the system doesn't really fit what he does,
well, it's looking like he's going to the Raiders.
Raiders, yeah. So I think the Raiders got the number 1 pick. So it's probably gonna be there.
Genty.
So it depends. They haven't hired a coach yet, have they?
Nor
OC. So it's going to be interesting to see what type of coach and OC that they bring on board. And so once we see that, then I can kind of have a better idea of like if he's going to be that type of guy. But he's definitely a system guy. He's not just a plug and play anywhere type of quarterback.
Because I didn't see him play. I didn't see him play a ton. I didn't see him play a ton in college. I seen a few games, but I didn't watch him a lot.
But yeah, and it's the same way with from what I did see, he has to be in the correct system. If he's in the correct system, he'll flourish. But he's not a plug and play quarterback to me. So, but yeah, so it'll be interesting to see what type of OC and mainly the OC or how they would go about it, because they was awful last year. And then Genty got beat up because they O-line was garbage.
Man, they need a couple things. They need a new O-line, new quarterback. They need a starting wide receiver.
They do. And then it kind of just speaks to what we were just saying. These teams keep hiring these old farts. You brought back Pete Carroll, and it was a disaster. And he brought along Chip Kelly with him. And that was a disaster.
Chip Kelly get down.
And if anybody knows how he get down, just look at his Philadelphia work.
And we know that it's a system, right? Because Geno played decent in Seattle.
Right.
Right.
I think he was a Pro Bowler, if I'm not mistaken.
And then he goes to Vegas, and he looks like Dookie Water. So we know it's the system. Then you have Sam Darnold. Look how he look in Seattle. Right?
Max.
So we know it's system. And that's what I was saying like last week. Like, if you get the quarterback and he gets the right system around him and the right structuring team, like most quarterbacks can take you to a Super Bowl.
Mm-hmm.
Depending on the team you have around him. And the coaching. Who understands their players. So, we shall see, man. I'm excited about it. I'm excited about the hire. I'm excited about everything, man. We will be back on here, man. Sunday, man. We'll be back on here Sunday after the game. We'll be discussing who's going to the Super Bowl. We'll be discussing the conference championship, man. And how it all plays out, how it all going to unfold. We will try to do a mock draft on here, man. We'll at least try to do the top 20 picks or so, something like that. Top 20, maybe top 25, we'll see. But we'll try to do a mock draft once the season ends. And we also want you guys to, come up with your own mock draft as well. And we'll compare and see what we have, man, and see who has the same, who has the difference, and try to come and see what we're going to do and what teams will do in the off season. And, I predict there might be some trades this off season. So we shall see, man. But we'll be back in here this Sunday, man. We appreciate you guys rocking out with us, man. And to nothing. Follow us and let that be known at all social media platforms. But until next time, peace out.